Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. I just had an ice cube in my mouth, so my tongue doesn't want to work. Indigo Rising Tarot. Oh, Lordy. How are you doing today? I'm having a great day, but I'm kind of at the end of it, so I'm getting tired. But yeah, I have a thing with eating ice cubes and didn't realize that I just had one in my mouth before I started this reading. So I will try to stop doing that so that we have some clarity of voice and use of my tongue. So anyway, thanks for joining me today. I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of February 8th through the 14th. And during that time, we have quite a few moon energies going on. So bear with me while I explain this to you. The waning gibbous energy, which comes off of last week, and that's a time of self-reflection and rebirth, a good time to just get rid of negative energy and negative thinking, because we then have the third quarter. And that the third quarter is when we're starting to wrap up those things we started during the new moon, those little projects, both inner and outer, and we're going to start to look around and say, okay, what's working, what's not working, what changes do I want to think about making when the new moon is coming up. So we then, after that, have the waning crescent for the rest of the week, and that's definitely a time of stability and calm. And when we are thinking about those growth things, we're self-reflecting and deciding, what might you want to change for the new moon, and start, maybe you're wrapping some things up that were successful and we're just going to start fresh. So all right, all that to say, this will be an intuitive general reading, Capricorn. So please take what resonates today and leave what doesn't on the table for someone else. And your overall message for this particular reading: your hard work is paying off. And that is the same message that Sagittarius just had. So if you have a Sagittarius in your life, you guys are kind of in the same place right now with that same energy. So we'll see what your reading brings here. As I'm shuffling, my fun weekly reminder this week is that you try to take some time to meditate. So if it's not something that you normally work into your routine, just set yourself aside some time, maybe half an hour or so, and just, quiet your mind and your body and just get very still and just go within. Just go explore in there for a little bit. Good time for self-reflection too with those moon energies this week. So see if you can't work that into your routine. All right. Capricorn, February 8th through 14th. Also, happy Valentine's Day. Let's get into this reading. Your hard work is paying off, and your present energy right now is the Queen of Pentacles. So, this might actually be about actual work for you, Capricorn. I mean, you guys are very goal oriented. It looks like you're definitely in a place where you've got an understanding about the material world and how money, finances, items, real estate, all of those things work. You're just in a good place of understanding those types of things. Thank goodness, because some of the rest of us may not be as good at as you, and we appreciate those of you that we can ask questions of. So, your current situation. Oh, here's this card again. I've seen this card so much. You just watched me shuffle. Five of Swords. And I always say, are you the person here throwing out these swords and hurting feelings and saying things that need to be said? Or are you back here? Somebody's throwing swords at you. So I feel like there's words exchanged. And I will say this card has been in like the last 5 readings, no joke, in different positions. But so I feel like there's maybe we're all going to be a little bit snippy this coming week for whatever reason. So just watch your words, and watch, and know that what we say to others does affect them. And also clarify if people are saying things to you. Just make sure that there's not miscommunications going on. At the root of your situation is the Temperance card. So these words might be coming out at you more than from you, because it looks like you're in a good balanced place of um just, good. I love this card. This is a card of inspiration and just things flowing, being very centered, and just in a really good energy. In your recent past here is the Queen of Wands. So lots of feminine energy here at the root of all of these, with these queens and this Temperance card. You may be feeling very maternal about whatever it is that's going on. And again, either maybe some words are coming at you and you're kind of feeling that energy, male or female, but you're feeling that maternal sense of wanting to, protect not only your own passions and things, but maybe other people's as well. And that might be, again, like I said, in that advice giving realm, where certainly Capricorns are never slow to want to give advice. You guys like to tell us, the rest of us, and we like that. That's a good thing. Again, your hard work is paying off. So it could be in these just maturity, this feminine mature way that people do come to you because they can see that. What's on your mind this week is the Ace of Cups. Love this too. So, you are feeling very maternal this week. Again, male or female. You're there to give advice. You're there with an open heart, with information flowing out of it and love for people around you. So, I would imagine, again, this card is probably words that are coming at you, and maybe because we're all just feeling a little snippy this week for whatever, that it feels like everybody's kind of on edge for this week. So take a breath and let's all get through that one together, right? What is just ahead of you, Capricorn, is the Chariot. So looks like you're gathering some information here to make a move. I don't think you're making that move this week, maybe next week or the week after on something. And again, that's the moon energy that we're in. We're kind of reflecting on where we've been, what's going on, and what things do we need to make changes with in the coming cycle. So looks like you're definitely in that energy of kind of information gathering. Are you where you want to be when it comes to the material realm, to the spiritual realm, to your passion realm, to your heart? Is all of your are all of those things clicking for you, or are you gathering some information about what you'd like to change? And maybe it's developing a harsher shell so that these words aren't affecting you. Although I don't see it affecting you at all. I feel like these words happen and they kind of bounce right off of you, which is nice. That's another way the rest of us would like to teach the rest of us how to do that. In your advice position, Capricorn, is the Nine of Cups. So a little bit of satisfaction and kind of self-indulgence there, and that's fine. I think that's also a little bit, maternal energy that you might, take care of yourself, but also maybe take care of people around you as well. I would imagine this guy doesn't have all of these cups set up for himself. I think he's waiting for guests to arrive. So, you've got this cup here with this ace of just open heart, open things flowing, and this would be kind of carrying that energy over. The advice is to, what's that saying? Don't once I'm trying to think of it's this thing about good luck. It's don't keep your good luck to yourself. That's what I was thinking. Don't keep your good luck to yourself. Any good luck that you're having, make sure you're sharing with others. Took me forever to come up with that. And I'm thinking of the song that Chris Cornell does. Anyway. Okay, what's beyond your control this week? The Death card, some sort of ending. Hopefully it's this ending, and hopefully it's the ending of just listening to all of these words. There's too many words in the universe. I feel like this now too. We've got just there's a lot of information that comes at all of us, and some of it is it's like, aren't you just done? Some days meditation is sometimes just the better way to go, rather than grab a drink here. Sometimes meditation and going within, being out in nature, doing those kinds of things are so much better than all of us kind of taking in the social media stuff, with the news and everything that's going on. Of course, it's going to make us all a little snippy because according to, people in the media, everything is just bad news all the time. And that's not how the universe is, really. If you shut it down for a minute, take a breath and look around your life, there's so many beautiful things happening right around us. So, that can make us all a little bit snippy when media wants to have all of us on edge. And that's just not the way the world is. So, just my little advice there. All right. What is your secret desire, or what are you trying to avoid? Is the Judgment card that comes out. Are you trying to avoid some sort of judgment here? Are you trying to be perfect? Maybe. What is this that you're trying to let go of? It's beyond your control to just let something die and let something go. Hopefully it's judgment. Hopefully it's that, judgment is about awareness, and sometimes that's self-awareness. Are you judging yourself a little bit? Are you judging others, or are you feeling like you're being judged? It could be either way. This is your secret desire, is to either have or feel judgment, or you're trying to avoid having or feeling judgment. So ask yourself that question this week. Is it my secret desire to judge things around me, or do I just want to let the flow go? Or am I trying to avoid doing that at all? And hopefully, if that's something you're trying to let go of, then just let go of it. See if you can. I love that. In your outcome position is the Lover's card. And here's what it's all about. You've got this open heart on your mind. You've got all these maternal feelings. You're feeling a little self indulgent. And there we are. We wrap up the week on the 14th. Take your person out on a date, and put this energy on them. Passion, spend a few of those coins, let that temperance energy flow, and let's let go of some judgment, right? Let's let go of because your hard work's paying off, whatever. And again, I'm not just talking about your job. This is definitely also, with your emotions, with other things that are going on in your life. What is hidden from you this week, Capricorn, is the Strength card. So you might just be feeling a little weak, hopefully weak in the knees. That's great for the 14th, right? For Valentine's Day. Let's get a final word here from the Soul Oracle deck. Final message for Capricorn. I feel like so many of these cards, I just want to say this real quick, are really facing you. Things that and I see that as kind of mirrors sometimes. So, this guy's looking away and the Death card's kind of looking in a different way. But these other cards are almost, everybody's looking at you. So this is, again, a really good week for self-reflection. All right, final message here from the Soul Oracle deck says, live life to the fullest. I agree. Take your husband, wife out, have a good time. Live life to the fullest. Enjoy some of those pentacles. And then overflowing hearts. That's beautiful. Your cup overfloweth. All right, what do you need to do in the way of self-care this week? Self-care for Capricorn. And the card you get is called Risk. Take a chance. Every risk is a success when you are committed to learning and growth. Yeah, I think you are committed to learning and growth. I feel like that's why you're so self-reflective this week. And that's what the moon, all those moon energies are moving through for that. So go ahead, self-reflect, see what you need to work on for the next cycle. I feel like you're wrapping things up in a good way, and it's already on your mind. You're gathering that information already. New moon comes around, bam, you're ready to go. So Capricorn, thank you so much for being here. I do hope there was something in this reading that you can take away and use in a positive way in your life this week. If you're comfortable sharing, of course, drop me a comment down below and let me know. Did this resonate with you? Or if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer those. Also, if you like my reading style, hitting like and subscribe would make me ever so happy, and it'll help you find me next week. So thanks so much, Capricorn, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.